Alright guys, it's one day before the falafel video. I'm just doing some quick prep work. Let's get into it. Alright, the first thing you'll need is 1 cup of dried chickpeas or garbanzo beans and a bowl. Alright, now you're going to put your chickpeas in and then fill it with water. Put it at about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water above the chickpeas. Put saran wrap over it and soak overnight. Alright, now we're going to start chopping up our onions with a pickled onions. Chop and peel your onion. Has to be red onion. Cut very thinly, like so. You want to make sure that it's very, very thin, like this. And keep on doing that to the rest of your. Okay, now you're going to put an even amount of onions. Make sure to break them up. Even amount of onions into each jar. So you're going to put 1 garlic clove, peeled garlic clove, into each of the jars. Alright, now grab some whole peppercorns and put in 1 teaspoon for each jar. So 1 teaspoon there. Alright, now you're going to put 2 cups of water. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. Okay. Alright, now add 1/3 of a cup of sugar, cane sugar. And now, put it on low heat. Medium low heat. And stir until it's dissolved. Alright, now pour the vinegar mixture into your jars. I suggest using a ladle. Makes it much easier. And just keep on doing that until each of the jars are filled and the onions are covered. Hi guys, welcome to the Black Sheep Kitchen. We're gonna cook vegan here. I'm Alex. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're gonna need a lot of ingredients, as you can see down there. So we need some soaked chickpeas overnight, some salt, baking powder, cayenne pepper, cumin, coriander, parsley, and cilantro. The best way to tell the difference between these guys is parsley stems are more straight and cilantro is curved. And finally, we need 1 yellow onion. If you can't find that, white onions work well. Let's start cooking. All right. To start off, we're going to need to strain our garbanzos. So you can grab a strainer or be lazy like me and just use your hands. Okay. Now that it's strained, you're going to rinse it and then strain again. All right. Now you're going to need to put your chickpeas onto a dry cloth and dry them. So you're going to go. Just make sure they're all dry. Mission accomplished. All right, once your chickpeas are patted dry, put them into the food processor. All right, next what you need is 1 cup of freshly chopped parsley. You can just eye this. I think about 1 bunch is good. Now, you're just gonna roughly chop it. All right, so now that your parsley is roughly chopped, about this big, then you're gonna move it into the food processor. All right, next thing you need, 1 more cup of cilantro, and also you're gonna roughly chop this because it'll get chopped up in the food processor. Now, put that into the food processor. All right, now you're gonna need your yellow onion. Cut off the top and bottom. And peel off the skin. I don't cry while I cut onions. All right, now you'll need 1/2 a cup of onion, which is about half an onion. So just do light chopping. Again, all of this is rough chopped because you're gonna need it because you're gonna put it in your food processor. I'm actually crying this time. All right, now you're gonna put all this onion into you didn't see that. I didn't drop anything. Okay, you're gonna put all this onion into the food processor. Now you're gonna need 3 cloves of garlic. Life hack if you're squishing garlic or peeling it. Just let your anger out. And you're gonna put all 3 of these peeled garlic cloves into the food processor. All right, now it's time for the spices. First off, you're gonna start with 1 teaspoon of coriander. This doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just gonna do by feeling. And then you'll need 1 teaspoon of cumin. It's about 1 teaspoon. And then one quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne. That was 1/4 of a teaspoon, I promise. All right. And then also 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda powder, baking powder. And then you'll need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, new salt. Knives can do anything. Now you're just gonna grab 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. All right, so now that you have all your ingredients in the food processor, put on the lid. Easy. Put on the lid and pulse it. You don't want to create a paste with the chickpeas, but you want to create like very chopped, but not like hummus. Just like that. And you can also feel it. You can also feel it to see if it can be molded. Molded. All right, so grab your food processor and make patties. About circular and about that big. You don't want it too big or else it won't fit in the wrap. All right, you just want to put them in patties shaped like this. This one could be a little bit bigger. And you're gonna do that until all of your falafel mix is done. You're gonna turn on your oven and you're gonna preheat it to 200 degrees. You're gonna preheat that for about 30 seconds. All right, now you're gonna wanna put your falafel into the oven and wait 14 minutes. And wait 14 minutes. All right, now it's time to make the lemon rice. So first things first, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. So you're gonna grab your fancy zester and a 1 tablespoon measure. So start zesting your lemon. Okay, now we're gonna take out the falafel. It's hot. Oh shoot, that's a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Be smart. Don't be like Alex. Use an oven mitt. Okay. Now, move out of the way. Coming for you. Okay. Now you're gonna flip them. Grab your spatula and flip. You see that nice browning? And just do that with all of them. And now, let's put them back in the oven for 12 minutes this time. All right, now that you've got your 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, I could put in a little bit more lemon zest. I'm not gonna be skimpy. Don't be skimpy. All right, now you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of salt. Big salt pack. He's gonna be here for a while. I could have done this way easier, and I know it. Okay. Now, you're gonna mince 4 cloves of garlic. Peeled and minced finely. All right, now that you've peeled your garlic, you're gonna put them in your special garlic mincer. And you're gonna mince all of the garlic. Crazy strong. All right, now you're gonna need your lemon that you zested earlier. Put in your fancy lemon thing. And then pour it into your 1/4 cup. All right, and basmati rice. Don't forget about the basmati. You're gonna need about 1 cup. So, grab out a medium pot. This is a small one, but it works just as well. Heat it over medium heat. And just wait a minute. Wait a second. Now, once you've heated your pot, put in some garlic and stir it and for 1 minute until it turns a little bit lighter, but not cooked. Now you're gonna put in your basmati rice and your lemon zest. 1 cup of basmati rice and 1 tablespoon. And you're just gonna stir everything in. Make sure nothing's clumped together. All right, keep the heat on and keep on stirring for one more minute. All right, once you've stirred your rice, you're gonna put in your 1/4 cup of lemon zest and your salt. Mix that up. Grab a pinch of turmeric to turn it yellow. This is optional, but I highly recommend it. All right, and now you're gonna add 1 cup of water. Okay, now once you've gotten your water in, you're just gonna cover it and let it cook for about 20 minutes. Or until the water is completely absorbed into the rice. All right, once your falafel is done, you can try it. Delicious. All right, once your water is boiling, turn it to low and cook for 15 to 20 minutes until rice is fluffy and the water is fully absorbed. Then once that's done, fluff the rice. All right, now we're gonna make the garlic aioli. First thing you'll need is cashews, 3 cloves of garlic, some Dijon mustard, and some salt and water. So you're gonna need 1 cup of cashews into the blender. Put your cashews into the blender. Okay, you'll need 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Obviously. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. Now we're gonna need some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. That's a lot of salt, actually. Use half a teaspoon of salt. A pinch, actually. It says a pinch. I say a pinch. Okay. Once you've added your salt and closed up the lid properly, you're gonna squeeze some garlic. Squeeze some garlic. Peel it. Add 3/4 of a cup of water and put it into the blender. Now what you'll need to do is grab your lid magically from out of nowhere, and then start blending menacingly. Okay, now that you've blended up your garlic aioli, you want to see that it's smooth. See? It's okay if it's a little bit coarse, but just like that, it's perfect. All right, now once your rice is done, it should look like normal rice, like normal cooked rice. See that? Beautiful. And now it's time to chop some veggies. All right, now let's cut up the things for the wrap. So first up, you're gonna need a cucumber. Cut it in half and then cut off an end. Now you're gonna peel this cucumber because this cucumber is the skin tastes bad. All right, cut your cucumber in half once you've peeled it, and then cut it in half again. And then cut it like this, and on the other side as well. And now you have perfect little things like this. If you want, you can also cut them in half so that they're this size. All right, now you're gonna need some lettuce. I'm gonna grab out about maybe 4 or 5 pieces of lettuce. Okay, then I'm just gonna cut these in half and cut them into quarters. And then that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. All right, guys, now it's time to plate. So, first thing we'll need is the pickled onions that we made yesterday. I love pickled onions. Okay. Okay, then you're gonna need some garlic aioli. Some lettuce. Some cucumber. 2 falafel. And finally, some lemon rice. Beautiful. Gabo, you can try it.
Try first.
Mmm!
What does it bite?
Mmm! Yeah. All right, so now time for the Alex points. For the texture, I give it 7 Alexes out of 10. For the taste factor, 10 Alexes out of 10. For the cooking, it took me like 2 hours. I don't think kids should make this. Probably my age, 12 years old. So that gets about a 2 out of 10 Alexes, and that brings us to a total of 19 Alex points. So that's good. If for like out of 30, it isn't all 11 points off, but it's so good. You should try it as like a dinner. Bye.